Welcome everyone to the Logical Hindu YouTube channel. I'm Angelina, and today we're diving into a topic that's both fascinating and, a little intense hell. Yes, you heard that right. We're going to explore the 9 types of hells as mentioned in ancient Hindu Vedic texts. Now, I know what you might be thinking, hell? Really? But trust me, it's not just about fire and brimstone. It's about understanding the consequences of our actions and the journey of the soul.
Wow, that sounds super intriguing. I mean, I've heard bits and pieces about Hinduism and reincarnation, but I never really thought about hell in this context. So, are these hells permanent or temporary?
Great question, George. In Hinduism, hell is viewed as a temporary stage in the cycle of reincarnation. It's not a final destination, but rather a place where souls go to purify themselves of negative karma before they're reborn. Think of it like a cosmic detox. You know, just like how we sometimes need to cleanse our bodies after a binge, our souls need to cleanse from the weight of our actions.
Oh, that's a really interesting analogy. So, what are these hells actually like? I mean, do they have specific punishments for different actions?
Absolutely. Each hell has its own unique characteristics and punishments tailored to the actions of the individuals. For instance, let's start with Tamisra, which is, quite intense. It's for those who rob others. Imagine being bound and thrashed until you bleed, only to be revived and beaten again. It's a cycle of pain that reflects the suffering they caused in life.
Whoa, that sounds brutal. I can't even imagine going through something like that. So, what about the people who exploit their spouses?
That brings us to Tamisra. Those who exploit their spouses or enjoy others' possessions find themselves in this hell. It symbolizes their inability to make righteous choices. Picture it like being trapped in a maze of your own making, where every wrong turn leads to more suffering.
Wow, that's really deep. It's like a twisted version of karma, right? So, what happens to cheaters and thieves?
Exactly! Cheaters and thieves are thrown into Raravam, where the people they wronged become snakes that bite them continuously. It's a vivid representation of the pain they inflicted on others. Imagine being haunted by the very people you wronged, but in a form that reflects your betrayal.
Oh man, that's kind of poetic in a dark way. So, what about the cruelty towards animals? I've heard that's a big deal in Hinduism.
Yes, it is! In Kumi souls are cooked in boiling oil, which represents the consequences of cruelty, particularly towards animals. It's a stark reminder of how our actions towards the most vulnerable beings can come back to haunt us. It's like, a chef getting a taste of their own medicine, but in the most extreme way possible.
Yikes. That's, intense. So, are there, other hells for disrespecting elders or neglecting duties?
Absolutely. Those who disrespect their elders end up in Kala Sutram, where they face unbearable heat and are forced to run until they collapse. It's a harsh lesson in respect and humility. And for rulers who neglect their duties, they face crushing punishment in Sucra Mukum. It's a powerful reminder that leadership comes with responsibility.
Wow, that's really eye-opening. It's like these hells are teaching us important life lessons, right?
Exactly, George. These hells symbolize the consequences of one's actions in Hindu cosmology. Souls undergo punishment as a means of purification, aiming for redemption and liberation from the cycle of birth and death. It's all about growth and learning from our mistakes.
That's really profound. So, what about those who harm animals for food? I can't even imagine what that hell would be like.
That's prana rudam. In this hell, those who harm animals for food are cut limb by limb while being insulted. It's a brutal reflection of the pain they cause to innocent beings. It's a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of all life.
Wow, that's heavy. It really makes you think about your actions and their consequences. So, what's the takeaway from all of this?
The takeaway is that our actions matter, George. Every choice we make has a ripple effect, not just in this life, but in the next. It's a call to live with intention and compassion, understanding that we're all part of a larger cosmic tapestry.
That's really inspiring. I love how this discussion has opened my eyes to a whole new perspective on life and the afterlife.
I'm glad to hear that. Remember, it's all about learning and growing.